Ami Kozak, fantastic Jewish comedian, is going to roast the utter living poop out of Candace Owens. Let's take a look at this. I'm Tyler Traveling Clat, your favorite Zionist prince.
When people call it, this bastion of freedom, or it's just like America, it's not the sense that I had when I was there. And again, we had talked earlier on about how our own experiences obviously color our opinions. And I grew up, at my grandparents' house. My grandfather grew up in a segregated South. And so when I'm walking through Jerusalem and you see, and they say these are the Muslim quarters, this is where the Muslims are allowed to live, that doesn't feel like a bastion of freedom to me. So I guess.
Oh, I don't think it's where they're allowed to live in Jerusalem. I think it's that there's an Armenian quarter. It's not saying the Armenians can only live here. It's that there are communities, just like there's a Jewish community in Jersey here, and there's a Muslim community in here. I don't think, to my understanding, it's not restrictions within Israel proper of where Israeli.
I think it is where they have. I mean, at least that's what the rabbi who was taking me around. He said these are the Muslim quarters, so this is where the Muslims
live, but he didn't say anything about legally saying they cannot live in other places within Israel proper. I mean, there's Israeli Arab citizens that have full rights. Israeli Arabs.
I'm only talking about Jerusalem, so I haven't been to Tel Aviv or anything like that. I'm just talking about particularly.
Jerusalem itself as a city has a division.
Look at how uncomfortable this idiot becomes. Look, Ami is like, no, I've seen Ami in Israel, by the way. They're sitting. He's getting more comfortable, and she's clearly tightening. Look how she's tensing up. She's like, oh, I'm being checked on my bullshit right now. This is fucking hilarious.
Within Israel proper. I mean, there's Israeli Arab citizens that have full rights. Israeli Arabs.
I'm only talking about Jerusalem, so I haven't been to Tel Aviv or anything like that. I'm just talking about particularly.
Jerusalem itself as a city has a division in it where the Green Line divides, and there's East Jerusalem. That's maybe what he was talking about, not the Muslim quarter, but East Jerusalem. There's disputed territory within the West Bank and East Jerusalem that divides, and therefore they're under Palestinian authority or even other jurisdiction. But that's a different conversation as far as what those are. But Arabs within Israel, if you go to Israel, people would be surprised to see on every street sign Hebrew, English, and Arabic. You see a multicultural city. So I'm keep going a little bit because I'm curious in your experience in Jerusalem.
Yeah, no, and maybe I'm misunderstanding it, but I think it's worth talking because my understanding from the rabbi was that this is where the Muslims have to live in Jerusalem, and it looked very different from where the Jewish people were living, and that again, that could not be any fault of any person other than this is how they take care of their stuff, and this is the way that we take care of their stuff. But it was noticeably a lot dirtier, it was noticeably a lot darker, and it just made me feel as a Black American and knowing my own history that this is not this isn't freedom to me. Like if you can't just decide like I want to live on that street or I want to live on this street, but maybe I'm wrong and it wasn't. Right. They were just all choosing to live there.
It might have been a misunderstanding. Imagine if you went into an inner city in the United States and somebody told you this is a predominantly Black neighborhood and you said it looked more run down. Would you say that America is systemically racist because of these cities? If I was giving
a tour of it, I wouldn't say this is the Black quarters. Probably.
Or this is a Black neighborhood. But maybe somebody in the group might misunderstand that.
Yeah, maybe I did. Yeah, I just wanted to ask you about that.
And I'm assuming this clip is from when she was at the Daily Wire. So she's like, sort of like she's easing a little bit. She's not going full force anti-Semite like she does now, but it's very, very funny. Like, I thought the Muslims have to live here. It's like, no, that's not how it works at all. The Muslims who live in the old city, some Muslims who live in the old city or work in the old city are part or residents of East Jerusalem. And by the way, the residents of East Jerusalem have had the ability to get Israeli citizenship. Most of them rejected it. That is why their area looks as bad as it does, is because it doesn't get government cleaning from Israel. It doesn't get resources from Israel. It's up to the Palestinian Authority, and they purposely leave it dirty. They purposely don't clean it up to keep emboldening this idea that they're living in their own shit and they're living in a bad condition. The Palestinian Authority doesn't have resources. I mean, it has tons of money. It's just being stolen by Mahmoud Abbas and Abu Mazen. None of what Candace Owens in this clip said was true. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit, and it shows again a deep, deep misunderstanding of the way that Candace walks around planet Earth, just not understanding what she's seeing. Like I for all the people who give her praise that she's an intelligent individual, I really could not disagree more. She genuinely seems very, very, very stupid. Like, it seems like a person who learned how to speak the English language and was educated in some manner, but then just like the critical thinking skills just like fucking left. They just exited the thing. I was just listening to a show with her with Piers Morgan the other night, where she was repeating genocide, repeating apartheid, repeating this. Like, she's seen it. She knows there's no genocide in apartheid. She's seen it with her own eyes. But the critical thinking skills are gone. Plus, an incentive to be paid by Qatar, by IRGC. I'm sure that money's funneling right in. And that's what you're left with, an idiot who goes on camera and says Muslims have to live in the Muslim quarter, even though there's Muslims living in the Jewish quarter. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Muslims live in the Christian quarter, the Muslim quarter, and the Armenian quarter. Part of the Armenians identify as Palestinians at this point, and some of them even converted to Islam. What are you fucking on about? What are you talking about? Go to fucking Mamila Mall, right outside of the old city. It's past the Jewish quarter. It's past the Muslim quarter. It's outside of the old city. It's all Muslim. Talking about fucking Muslim quarter. Shut the fuck up. See you guys in the next one. Love you a long time. Goodbye, class.
If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat, or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.